Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm going to be doing a review of a horror film from the United States, English language, released in the year 2012, directed by Suri Krishnamurti, and this film is called Dark Tourist. So the story to Dark Tourist is a security guard who has a morbid fascination with serial killers of the past. So he's a grief tourist, and basically what a grief tourist is, he will visit destinations that serial killers have conducted their murderous, antics. So in this particular occasion, the security guard Jim, he has a morbid fascination with a serial killer named Carl Marznap. Now, back in the day, Carl Marznap, he burnt down a church that killed many people inside. And so this grief tourist, he is going to go to this remote area, and that's the way he's going to spend his holidays. So it's a very morbid fascination, but it's a fascination that has kept him going. And he's a very quiet person. He likes to keep to himself, and you can sense that he is a strange sort of person, but you don't think anything ill of it to start with. But as the movie goes along, he starts to get an unhealthy obsession with this particular guy, and it starts to put him down a downward spiral of just a really surreal nightmare that threatens to destroy him as a person. And whether or not he can come back from the holiday the same person that he was, something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because that's as far as I'm going with my synopsis. Now, my thoughts on Dark Tourist. I had no expectations with this film. I didn't hear anything of it. I saw it on the shelf. I saw that it had Melanie Griffith. I'm a fan of hers. I think she is a good actress, although she doesn't really pick her roles very well as far as I'm concerned. But, I thought, why not? It was a cheap film. It was R18, so I know it was going to have high impact themes. And I can say that I actually liked Dark Tourist. I thought it was a really, really morbid story. It starts off very morbid, and it just gets worse. And you feel to yourself that this guy that the movie is portraying is a lost soul, and there are some really, really disturbing themes that the film has to it, and it doesn't really try to hide that. So it is a movie of balls. It's a movie that is threatening to push the boundaries, and it's a movie that's going to really offend a lot of people. And I think it's a very dangerous type of film as well, because I'm not going to tell you what's happened to this guy in the past, but if you've gone through similar experiences, maybe it will provoke a response that you don't really want to have. So it's a movie to be very careful of, because it does touch themes that a lot of people deem as taboo. So I like that. I like a movie that is willing to go to the extreme length to push the button and to basically provoke an angry response. It's a filmmaker, Suri Krishnamurti, with basically showing that they are not afraid of making a film that goes against the norm. It's not a movie that's watered down to appeal to the masses, so it's not a movie that the sole purpose of it is to make money. I thought the acting was very good. The main actor, I believe he's Carl Marznap or something like that. He does a very good job at portraying someone who is lost in life, and his mental deterioration as the movie goes along was very fascinating, and it kept my attention. And I thought there were some problems to the film here and there. I didn't really like the narration that the film had, but I thought, as I said, it's a very dark film. It's a film that will appeal to an extreme audience. There are some sexual sort of themes to the film that are very, very uneasy. There's a scene of brutality. The brutality is few and far between. There's only one scene of pure brutality, but it hits you very hard. And I just thought the overall sense, the impending doom, the dreaded atmosphere the film had, it really suffocates you. And as the movie goes along, you feel that this guy's world is getting smaller and smaller, and you just feel really uncomfortable. There's a strong sense of claustrophobia existing within this world. Now, it's not a tight-knit sort of atmosphere that the film has, but it feels like it's engulfing you. And for that reason, you feel that you don't have any space to move around, and that the impending doom is inevitable, and you don't know exactly what's going to happen. But it's just that sort of movie where the brakes in your car have been tampered with. You can't stop, so just brace for impact. I thought Melanie Griffith's character was really, really good. I thought she was a very, very sympathetic character, and towards the end, there is one scene where Jim says something to her that was just completely cruel. And it summed up not only who he was as a character, but how the film was. It's a cruel film. It's not promising you a fairy tale ending. And it's just a movie that not a lot of people are going to enjoy. But if you're a sicko like I am, then Dark Tourist is definitely a movie I would check out. It's not the highest budget of a film, but it's a movie that is intelligently made, doesn't try to be brutal for brutal's sake. It's a movie that does show you, the unhealthy obsession with things that you shouldn't be obsessed with, and how something in our past can come back to haunt us and shape us as the people we are in present, and not only present but also future. So the ending really hits you hard also. I thought, as far as a lower budget film is concerned, there was a lot to like about this movie. As I said, there are a few things that you don't really like, but they are overshadowed by the positives. So I was really happy with The Dark Tourist. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. Alright guys, it's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later. Bye.